What's going on, YouTube? Jan Moses here, back bringing you another edition of the Broth Cindy MyTeam Podcast. Unfortunately, tonight's going to be a solo recording. You guys should be seeing this on Monday morning, I guess the 26th, I think. I'm too lazy to look at a calendar right now. But Harry and I were not able to link up this weekend, unfortunately. Was really looking forward to getting him on and getting his thoughts on what's been happening in my team lately and getting his updated letter grade for Season 4. But we'll have to save that for another time. Hopefully in the next week or two, we'll be able to get a podcast out with the two of us. And hopefully, if we can get that to happen, we can talk about my team being in a better state than it is in today. Because right now, my team is really not looking all that good. But I'm going to try and hopefully provide something that can be the light at the end of the tunnel for you guys if you're still interested in playing my team after this weekend. Because a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube have at least said that they're going to leave or that they're going to limit how much they play the game mode. And I can't say I blame them given what's been going on over the last, 10 days or so. But before we get into the Season 5 stuff, I do want to talk a little bit about Season 4. And I don't want to spend too much time talking about it, mostly because Harry and I uploaded a podcast, I think it was the Saturday after Lunar New Year. So like one day into the Lunar New Year promo, we gave our letter grades on the season as a whole. And both Harry and I gave Season 4 an A letter grade. And I think that was totally justified. I mean, my current Clutch Time Online lineup isn't going to display too many players that I got from Season 4, but Tyson Chandler is a card that I grinded for, and honestly, the grinds for Season 4 started with that Inferno Agenda set. I got the Tracy McGrady, I got the Steph Curry. This Andrei Kirilenko is still a mainstay on my team, no matter how I adjust my lineup, whether it's me getting a Galaxy Opal Zion from the Pro Pass, or me getting a Donovan Mitchell from a locker code, or a Kawhi Leonard card from a Diamond Level Up pack. It doesn't matter who I get, I'll always find a place for this Andrei Kirilenko, at least so far. Plans can change if they start putting opals in the player market, but at least for right now, Andrei Kirilenko gives me everything I need at the power forward position and the small forward position. That was true back in week 1 of Season 4, and it's still true here in week 1 of Season 5. So for an agenda set to give me players that have that much longevity on my team is awesome, and something that I don't think you really see all that often in these, Ultimate Team or My Team game modes. And I'm not saying that, that there aren't better players than Andrei Kirilenko at his respective positions. I'm just saying that Andrei Kirilenko, for what he gives me as a free Pink Diamond card, is worth more to me than me spending, 260k plus to go and get, a Pink Diamond Anthony Davis, for example. 80 is probably better than AK at the power forward spot, but is he 260k better? I don't know. That's a conversation for another video. But the point is, I got a lot of very good players from grinding out the game in Season 4 who were on my team by the end of Season 4 and are still on my team now at the start of Season 5. And I think one of the biggest reasons why I'm sitting at almost 4 million MT is because of the fact that the players that I grinded for in Season 4 were so good and so useful for me and the way I like to play my offense and run my defense in Clutch Time Online games, since that's the predominant game mode that I play online. I didn't have to go out and buy players, which I really appreciated, and honestly, the only time I was considering caving and buying a guy like Pink Diamond Oscar Robertson, because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's Galaxy Opal card wasn't in the player market. I was debating going and getting Oscar Robertson this weekend, but then I got this Donovan Mitchell card from the locker code that we got from the Bucks-Sixers game on Friday, and this Donovan Mitchell card has been one of my favorite point guards that I've used all year. He gets insane dunk animations. He finishes through traffic like crazy for no reason. It's almost like the taller the players are, it's like this guy has like Hall of Fame Giant Slayer on crack. Like, he almost never misses. If he misses, it's because he's getting blocked. If he's not getting blocked, there's a good chance he's going to make the layup for whatever reason. So shout out to Donovan Mitchell. But after we uploaded that podcast, we had the final promo of Season 4, which was the All-Star promo, and that's when everything sort of had a turn for the worst. We had the Galaxy Opals from the All-Star starters all be special inserts, along with a level 100 Kareem. It really came out of nowhere because if you guys remember, when the Yao Ming came out and his ratings were absolutely slaughtered, he had 25 speed. I believe he had a 43 ball. It was shocking. And you know, if anything, while it was shocking, it was in a way still some level of consistency from 2K, because it felt like they were really trying to drive home this whole pacing point, right? They want to, you know, emphasize pacing and all this kind of stuff, which in a way I kind of appreciated. I know a lot of people were upset because, you know, off-ball defense was really, really good, and it still is really good in the game, and having players' jump shot timings be on normal meant that it was harder to hit jump shots than, you know, if they were on quick, obviously. And so because of that, it kind of helped off-ball defense even more because you had less time to get a shot off, basically. But even with that said, the Yao Ming having 25 speed and a 43 ball, when we've been having centers like Diamond David Robinson, who came out 2 months before him, who had like an 80 or 85 three ball and really good speed, was very shocking to say the least. But then to go from this Yao Ming card to the 100 overall Kareem the following week was absolutely stunning. I'm still in disbelief over how these last two Friday promos have gone, to be honest with you. And all I'm going to say is, you know, someone made a comment, I believe it was Mr. Clutch, on one of my most recent YouTube videos, because I mentioned that I'm going to have to provide my final grade for Season 4. And he was saying that, you know, this promo is going to probably bring it down to a D. After thinking about it, I feel like my ultimate letter grade for Season 4 as a whole, taking into account everything that I covered in the previous podcast and then everything that I'm covering now, which is basically just including the All-Star game promo, or the All-Star promo, I'd probably give it a C+. And I just can't give it a D because I feel like a D is just too harsh when I feel like all the previous weeks of MyTeam Season 4 were so good. They gave us so many players that we could grind for. I mean, I forget if Chet Holmgren was late Season 3 or if he was early Season 4, but we had Joel Embiid, who came out in Season 4. The Luka Doncic Moments card came out in Season 4. The Tyrese Halliburton came out in Season 4. The Lunar New Year wasn't that great of a promo, but we had some pretty good cards in. We had Yi Jianlian, who was really good. You could buy him from the player market. Same with Wang Zhizhi. He's in a lot of the Clutch Time online lineups that I play against. And then the Pink Diamond Jeremy Lin, well, he's a diamond that you evo up to a Pink Diamond. That card was a lot of fun to use, and the only reason I'm not using him right now is because I'm really enjoying that Donovan Mitchell card. Jeremy Lin otherwise is a really fun card for me to use because he fits what I'm looking for from my point guard. I just get a little more scoring from Donovan. Just, you know, it is what it is. So I can't, for those reasons, bring my grade for Season 4 down below a C+, but I think going from an A to a C+ is still a pretty drastic drop in grade because, again, the All-Star promo was a promo that a lot of people were very excited about, myself included. It was one of the main reasons I was saving my MT. I really wanted to get LeBron. I really wanted to get a Giannis. I really wanted to get a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander card. And 2K knew that a lot of people were saving their MT because all these accounts are their accounts. I don't own this Jan Moses account. You know, the 2K, Take-Two, they own, this is their property. And so, you know, their analytics team, I'm sure for my team, is taking a look and seeing, you know, how many accounts are stacked with MT. Some people, I'm sure, have even more MT than I have, or at least they had before they dropped this All-Star promo, and people were, you know, ripping packs left and right with their MT, with, you know, their credit cards. It was just an unmitigated disaster. And just the fact that, you know, for me, the way I sum up the All-Star weekend that we had in my team in a nutshell was we had 3 Galaxy Opal Damian Lillard cards, one that was a part of the vanilla All-Star game collection from the promo that came out on Friday. We had a Damian Lillard card on Saturday from him winning the 3-point contest, and then we had a Damian Lillard card for him winning the All-Star MVP on Sunday. And 2K didn't give us an opportunity to get any of those 3 Dame cards for free, which I think is pretty insane. I don't think giving players, you know, whether it's a locker code for a free Dame, an agenda set for a free Dame, a ball drop with all 3 Damian Lillard Galaxy Opals. The fact that they instead, they doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down. They just kept leaning into the greed, making, they gave us a collection where if you had locked it in, let's go right here. Where are the pink diamonds? Right here. Nope. Wrong one. If you locked in all the pink diamonds, then you would get an equal chance pack for one of the respective conferences opal cards. And then on I believe it was Sunday, they put out a VC only pack that you could get that had some of the opals in it. And then we got another one, I believe, on Monday, and then I believe on Tuesday or Wednesday, I want to say Tuesday, they put another pack on the MyTeam mobile app that was 149k VC and gave you 2 Galaxy Opals. The previous 2 equal chance packs that I mentioned that you could buy in the store for 24 hours on Sunday and Monday, those were each 200k VC for 1 opal, and it wasn't an option pack. So I think that's like that's $50 for. I mean, you could have opened packs both days, and I think you could have gotten Damian Lillard twice. You could have spent $100 and gotten Damian Lillard as your Galaxy Opal selection. And I forget if they were unsellable or not, but even if they were sellable, they don't even sell for that much. Like, I think the Kareem sold for 200k, like if you quick sold them. So imagine if you spent 400k VC, or I guess 400k MT to buy a box, and you pull no pink diamonds, no Galaxy Opals, but you pulled a Kareem, you would only get back half of what you spent basically on the box, which is crazy. But again, going back to what I was saying about those VC bundles, those are really scummy. It just felt like every opportunity that 2K had to redeem themselves and give us something that we could grind for, something that we could, have like an RNG reward for, they instead opted to give us another opportunity to spend VC. Never MT unless you wanted to buy boxes, just VC. So when you factor in the fact that people were so excited and 2K took advantage of our excitement and gave us, what was ultimately an incredibly predatory promo, I have to bring my grade down from an A to a C+. So that's my grade for Season 4. Really disappointing because it was shaping up to be the best season of MyTeam that I played this year, and probably one of the better seasons of MyTeam that I have played in my limited MyTeam history since I basically quit the game mode in 2K17, and I've just come back, sparingly here and there. Let's make sure I'm recording real quick. I am. Excellent. All right, moving on. Let's get to Season 5. This won't be that long of a pod. I don't think it will be like the hour length that it usually is because Harry's not here to share his thoughts, unfortunately. But Season 5, we come into Season 5, on Friday of this past week. And on Thursday, the day before, we get the playbook update revealing the reward cards. We see that we are getting James Harden. I think we already knew we were getting James Harden and Zion from the level 40 and the Pro Pass, respectively. But what we did not know going into the day 1 of Season 5 was that we were getting another promo with another level 100 card and another set of Galaxy Opals who were not available in the player market, which again, really, really frustrating. I also think it is hilarious that Troydan ripped 824 packs for Kareem during the middle of the week last week, and the way 2K chooses to celebrate that, 824 for Kobe, they give us a Galaxy Opal Kobe and a level 100 Shaq, and make them all special inserts again. And what sucks about this is, at least when we had the All-Star promo last week, the pink diamonds that we had were actually usable. Devin Booker is probably still one of the better point guards that you can run. And I may have mentioned this earlier. I think I mentioned that AD is 260k. I apologize. I think he's actually 189k because that's what Devin Booker went for. I don't think any pink diamond went for over 189. So I apologize for that misinformation. I never claimed to be perfect. But at least we had pink diamonds that were sort of valuable last week. In this collection, you could argue that there are no pink diamonds, there are no cards that are really worth it. I mean, none of these cards excite me. You know, Baron Davis is fine, Gordon Hayward is fine. These are all fine cards, but like, I'd rather have Andrei Kirilenko than LaMarcus Aldridge and Gordon Hayward. I'd honestly rather run my Diamond Kawhi Leonard right now over this Michael Finley. You know, Baron Davis is fine, but I just got the Donovan Mitchell card, and I really enjoy him. Like, I'm not in the mood to spend 147K for a Baron Davis card. I'm not. So, and then, you know, if you look at the rest of this collection, we just have Amethyst. I got a bunch of, you know, deluxe packs and other packs like that I could use, or what's called Amethyst or Diamonds I could use in exchanges for base packs. I actually pulled 2 Amethysts from exchange packs this weekend, and I kept getting Jose Alvarado over and over again. So the fact that I had 3 deluxe packs and like 4 base packs, 2 of which gave me Amethyst, and I only have 2 Amethysts to show for it, I think just speaks to how bad the odds are for this collection. So really frustrating. I think 2K really needs to change the way they're going about these promos quickly, because we can't have promos where the only cards that people want are in packs for every single promo going forward. You know, this promo is a significant step down, I think, from last week's All-Star promo, and last week's All-Star promo was also an unmitigated disaster because all the top cards that people were waiting to use for months were locked behind packs. And that absolutely sucked. The fact that you couldn't guarantee the Galaxy Opal card that you wanted, if you wanted to get one in particular, whether it was a card like LeBron last week or a card like Kobe Bryant this week, the fact that you can't guarantee yourself that you're going to get that card is really rough. They really just want you to rip packs. They want to, I don't know if they want to take all the MT off the market before the new terms of service kick in, but it's just really, really scummy, and I'm not a fan. If I personally was running these promos that we've been getting, I'm all for having the level 100 cards, the Shaq, the Kareem, the future 100 rated cards. I'm all for having those cards be special insert. Those cards should be very rare. I played a ton of Clutch Time online this weekend actually, and did not run against any of the Kareem or Shaq users out there, which is really nice. And I only ran into a handful of people that had the opals, and funny enough, a lot of the people that had opals really weren't all that good, which tells me that people that probably didn't play my team much at all, you know, they ripped a few packs, they got lucky, they packed opals, and then they wanted to take them online to use them, you know, and like that's really cool. But I think there are many more people that rip packs than not. You know, I'm definitely in the minority of people that did not rip packs at all outside of the free packs that I got from the game, and not seeing that many opals I think is pretty sad. I mean, I'm happy because it made my grind for Clutch Time Online that much easier, but you know, it would be really nice if, in my opinion, we keep the 100 rated cards in the packs, and then we take the Galaxy Opals and we put those in the player market. And if you want to make them really expensive, by all means, go nuts. I would rather pay more and guarantee that I'm getting the card that I want rather than gamble on packs, because I know for a fact that, you know, when it comes to gambling in general, especially with 2K, the house always wins, and I am not in the mood to blow my near 4 mil MT coin stack when I am confident that we're gonna hopefully get Galaxy Opals in the player market maybe as soon as this Tuesday. You know, I think people forget, because when we got the All-Star promo, that was the last Friday of season 4, and that final week of a season, we don't get a Tuesday promo. 2K just drops the super packs on Monday, and then we get nothing the rest of the week basically. The only difference with this season is 2K gave us a MyTeam mobile bundle option for 149K to get 2 Galaxy Opals on a Tuesday, and that's not really content. And if you classify that as content, more power to you. I'm glad you have the disposable income to view that as content, because I definitely did not view it that way. Another thing that I was thinking of is, if 2K doesn't put the All-Star Galaxy Opals and the Galaxy Opals that we got this week, such as the Kobe and the David Robinson, in the player market, I wonder if that means that 2K is going to release other opal versions of these cars that already have opals, and then put those in the player market later, almost to make it, you know, make it so that they're kind of like double dipping. Like the people who ripped a ton of packs last weekend for LeBron James and didn't get him, well, now they're gonna, you know, empty out their wallet again to go and buy him from the player market, because they don't have any MT, because they spent all their MT these previous 2 weekends ripping for, you know, the Wild West and the All-Star promos. So that's something that I could also see coming to the game, hopefully not that soon. I just want to see opals in the player market in general. I don't need to see a re-released opal LeBron James card unless it's the same one that we got from 2 weeks ago, but I doubt they're going to put the All-Star ones in the player market. I'm just really hopeful, like I said earlier, that we get opals in the player market starting on Tuesday. I'm hoping that, just like I said last week with the All-Star promo, I'm hoping that now the All-Star and Wild West promos combined were just a blip in the radar. I would hope that the 2K team knows that putting promos out like this is only going to dissuade members of their community from wanting to stay on the game. We're already seeing plenty of content creators quit again, and that's very, very frustrating. We've seen a number of people quit, I think, back in December, and now we're seeing more content creators and prominent voices in the MyTeam community quitting again now. And it's just really sad to see because, I'm excited to, hopefully get opals in the pack market, or not, that's a Freudian slip, in the player market. But I can totally understand people who, are frustrated that they couldn't get the card that they want because they were waiting for weeks and weeks to go and get a LeBron or go and get an opal Kobe, and they rip packs after pack after pack. I mean, I think you look at Troy Dan spent over $3,200, didn't pull any of the 100 rated cards, and I believe he opened, I forgot how many packs he opened on in his most recent video, but he got, I think he had 19 opals pulled in his most recent pack opening video, where he opened, I think, something crazy, like, I don't know if it's like 1,000 packs or something like that. And I want to say it was 1,001 packs that he opened. I vaguely remember seeing that number somewhere on some graphic. He opened up 1,001 packs from the Wild West promo, and from those 1,001 packs, he got 19 opals, and of those opals, only one was Kobe Bryant and 2 were David Robinson. The rest were some combination of Sean Marion, Richard Lewis, and then a little bit of Jalen Green. And in a lot of the pack openings that I've seen this weekend, the opals that people are pulling the majority of the time are Richard Lewis and Sean Marion. So, like, 2K knows what they're doing. Like, they're very aware. They probably put out that All-Star promo as a way to kind of gauge and see what the community would do financially if they put special inserts with big names that they really liked. And then they tried to do it again this week by only putting 2 players, if you count Shaq, 3 players with big names that people would really want. And then they put other players like Sean Marion and Richard Lewis who people don't really care for. Jalen Green is fun, but, if you see Western shooting guard, you're not going to be, pumping your fists in the air when you see a Houston Rockets jersey. You're going to be upset that it wasn't Kobe Bryant, right? So you could argue that when it comes to the opals, only 40% of them are cards that you want, and yet people, I think, still ripped a ton of packs. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, if anything, I think people like me who kind of, held strong and didn't rip packs, if they put Galaxy opals in the player market, naturally we're going to be the ones that have the most to gain, because we're going to be able to hopefully go out and buy these Galaxy opals without having to rip packs. Whereas the other people who spent all their MT on ripping packs, if they want that Kobe, if they want that future Galaxy Opal card, who hopefully will look really good, they're going to have to either grind the game like crazy, or they're going to have to spend real life dollars to go and buy VC and MT. So, yeah, that's all I really have for you guys right now. Another thing that's kind of, like more of like on a positive, I don't think the reward cards are all that bad. I've seen a lot of people complaining, like the Moses Malone, I get it. He's a 6'10" power forward, basically. And some people would rather have Tyson Chandler than him. And I have Tyson Chandler. I really like Tyson Chandler, although he's currently my center. I think this Moses Malone card is a lot of fun, at least on paper. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get him, but, wow, 94 speed. I did not look at all of his ratings, I guess. I do not remember him having 94 speed. But he's a card that is kind of on my radar. I'm Jan Moses. My uncle Moses Malone will be a nice addition to the team for sure. The Chris Middleton, I played 2 people that had him in Clutch Sem Online today. I believe I went something like, what did I go? 33-9, I think. or 32-9, or 34. I don't know. I mean, I streamed earlier today. If you guys are really curious, you can look at the start of the stream. I think around like the 11-minute mark, I was looking earlier to see what my win-loss record was compared to where I stopped for the day. I'm currently 7 wins away from that. I almost called him Michael Red. I'm so tired. The Chris Middleton card, and the 2 people that I played against who had him, one of them absolutely cooked me with him. He had a really nice leaner. He was pretty quick, and he was elite defensively. So he's a card that I'm actually pretty excited to run at the shooting guard position, because I kind of have a revolving door at the shooting guard position right now. And then, is there anyone else I'm really excited about? I know Splash is running Sidney Moncrief at the point guard position. I just don't know if I really want to grind up all that, all those tokens for Sidney Moncrief, But besides that, I mean, Larry Johnson being on the Ascension board is cool because I'm a Knicks fan. I know Nikola Jokic's Galaxy Opal card is on the Ascension that you get for hitting like certain win milestones in these game modes. Like for me, it's going to be here, right? 70 wins because I play Clutch Time Online. And so once I get 28 more wins, I'll be able to start picking from the Ascension board, which is pretty exciting. So I have that to look forward to. Hopefully getting a Nikola Jokic, even though, I feel like my odds of getting him are probably going to be pretty low. Yeah, I just feel like, again, I know I've been kind of harping on this for a while. I'm hoping that this is the low point of my team, at least for Season 5, because I wouldn't be shocked if they continue to engage in these scummy tactics for their Friday promo drops when we get future level 100 or 100 rated cards. I'm hoping that, we'll start to get these Galaxy Opal cards in the player market. They've been called out, they being 2K, have been called out a lot by the MyTeam community, by, people on Twitter and YouTube, the MyTeam subreddit, basically any forum that you look on, about how, at the beginning of the year, in the first MyTeam playbook that we got, they said that the whole purpose of the player market was to give us as players, the opportunity to get cards that were previously unobtainable, because people who were buying MT basically from third-party sites were able to outbid you on cards that you were trying to bid on by, an obscene amount because of all the MT they had that they got for cheap. And so the player market, in theory, made me pretty excited, because yes, do I want 2K to necessarily control all the prices? No. I guess I'd rather have a free market in that regard, but I liked the idea of me getting top end cards for, less than an arm and a leg, even though that meant that we were not going to be able to really have budget cards anymore. So to see them go from that to this, where the top end cards are flat out unobtainable unless you rip packs, and the top end cards, you can't guarantee any way of getting them, even if you lock in collections. It makes it look like a bold-faced lie, what they said back in August or September. So I'm hoping for brighter days. I'm hoping that whenever I do record my next podcast episode with Harry, that we can talk about a better time in my team. I totally get it. If you're listening to this and you're frustrated, trust me, I'm frustrated also. I just hate that I have all this MT and I still have nothing to spend it on. And don't say packs, because I'm not ripping packs. I have no interest in ripping packs right now. So, I'm just going to keep holding on to it. I feel like eventually we're going to get these opals in the player market, and then that's what I'll add players to my team. But for now, I hope you enjoyed. I'm not sure how long this ended up running for, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. And also, really quickly, before I wrap up here, shout out to everyone who came out to the stream this morning. I was streaming both on YouTube and Twitch, and we had a lot of engagement on the YouTube chat. A lot of people were talking about, different things with their lineups and the way the promos have been handled overall and what they're looking forward to in Season 5. So if you were in the stream this morning and you're watching this video back now, shout out to you. Guys like Dom P, who came by really early in the morning. Clumsy TV. If I'm butchering that, I apologize. Appreciate all you guys that came in, you guys who were showing love throughout the whole stream. So yeah, appreciate you all. Until next time, whenever that may be. I'll see you later.